Hey guys, it's Jim at Pokemon here, and I'm bringing y'all PSA Returns. I don't know if you guys can see this box. Looks okay, looks okay. Little nick right there, whatever. But if you can see here, it's got a big old dent, like right here in the middle, and well, that's not very good. So I'm gonna go and open it up, and hopefully there's not any damage for on any of the cards. A little worrisome when you see that big old dent in there. You think they package it up so well, but I'm just trying to kind of take care of the cards. You know, it's a grading service, so everything's about kind of keeping everything pristine. Yeah. Okay, get all that out of there. And, oh, we got 7 boxes this time. Not too bad. Going to take all of these out. And we'll throw that onto the floor. All right, so let's get these organized. So where we at here? 7 of 7. Then we got 6 of 7, 5 of 7, 4 of 7. 3 of 7 and 2 of 7. So we're just going to kind of leave those set back there. And 7 of 7 feels like the lightest. So you know that's the last one. And this didn't have a top on it. Look, there aren't any stickers on these either. So looks like PSA is kind of switching some things up. So right now I'm just going to pop into these, and here we go. Oh boy. Just get a little nervous, you know. Alright, so we're gonna set that right there. And no cuts, no edits. Everything is just gonna be all one shot. So here we go. It's like Christmas. If anyone grades cards and looks at the grades beforehand, you have no idea what you're missing out on. So here we go. I'm gonna say a 9. Oh, PSA 6. That's a little rough. That's okay. But look, it's the error Hitmonleaf. That's still not a bad grade. Not a bad grade. PSA 6. It's got the error. And I knew that this was going to get kind of a rough grade. And you can see all those scratches on it and everything. Ooh, looks. Move the camera. And so, yeah, this probably is a very well-deserved 6. So that'll be all right. We'll just set that right there. Next up, we have... oh, PSA 8 Articuno. It's okay. Thought I had a shot. Articuno, in my opinion, has been one of the harder cards to grade. And it's taken me a lot of time to realize that. But of all the Articunos I've graded, I've got quite a few 8s from the fossil, kind of that picture at least, including Legendary Collection. Let's see here. Oh, PSA 8. All right. So we're struggling. PSA 8. Man, we're really struggling here. This might just be a fail video. We'll see. And nice. PSA 9. Get out of here, 8s. We'll leave you all over there. PSA 9. All right. So at least we're moving up in the food chain here. Ooh, PSA 9. Hitmon top. Ooh. Oh, man, I didn't break it, did I? No, I see there's nothing up there. Got a little worried there for a second. All right, be careful now. Be careful. And, ooh, PSA 9 Politoed. Man, no 10s yet. It's all good. We'll just keep on waiting. They'll come. And we're going to go with a 9. Oh, PSA 9 Magneton. It's all good. I'll take a Fossil 9 any day. And again, these are the unlimited cards. I don't know if y'all can tell. But I am going after those unlimited sets. Trying to get those in order. No, this one's a 9. PSA 9. Oh, yeah. This is the 1999 and 2000. So this is that Australian fossil print run. That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, we'll leave that one in that pile. That's a cool one. I'm going to hold on to that. Next up, PSA 9 first edition Rockets Hitmonchan. So no 10s yet. Maybe this will be like the 10 box, and I just pulled out the 9 box. You never know. You never know. All right, next up. Maybe. Ooh, maybe not. That was brutal. That was brutal. All right, you'll go in the 8 pile. Next up. Ooh, PSA 8. Man, I must just not have looked these over like at all. This is like a shame video or a sham or whatever you call it. Just this is pretty brutal. Come on, give me a 10. Just one. Just one. Ooh, got an 8.5. Hey, you know, we can just put this one like right in the middle. You know, maybe it's like my average is 8.5. The stacks are even. It's all good. Next up. Yep. Let's do it. 10. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Maybe not. We'll go with the 7. Ooh, this is getting brutal. All right, what's up next? Why don't we just go with like a 6? Ooh, PSA 8. Yeah, a little surprise. We got the 8. Meganium, PSA 8. Look at that 8 pile, man. It's just growing every day. It's just growing up. PSA 9. Hey. It's like we're going to see the 8 and the 9 pile. That's the competition now. Which pile is going to get higher? PSA 9. All right. I'm getting happier with these 9s. Unlimited Magnemite. PSA 8 Tyranitar. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is pretty brutal right now. I do appreciate the 9s, but that 8 pile is... it makes me just get the feeling of I got a toilet, I'm throwing a bunch of money at it, and I'm just flushing the toilet. Flushing my money down the drain. Yeah, so definitely like look at the cards before you send them off. I think I bought a set, looked pretty mint, and then I was just kind of like, oh, these cards look good, let's just send them. Because I was actually in a rush to get these sent out. When I created the submission video for this, I was kind of like, I've only got 2 hours before the post office closes, got to get these over there. So it's all good. You got to live and learn, live and learn, live and learn. Next up, maybe a 10, maybe not. Yeah, Jim at 10, Pidgeotto. Thank you, Crack Rock McCabe, pulling me out of the water here with the Pidgeotto. That's a rare, by the way, guys. So very, very nice rare. Sweet. Next up, Jinx, PSA 9. All right, we'll kind of keep the Shadowless cards in a separate pile here. Not bad, not bad. And Nidorino, PSA 10. So PSA 10s are pulling me out of the water, these Shadowless cards. And PSA 9, Raticate. That's an uncommon card. Now we're in the Shadowless War. PSA 10, Charmander. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Got a starter. That's a 10. And I think we have a bunch of Charmanders coming, if I remember correctly. Next up, ooh, PSA 9 Charmander. And PSA 9 Squirtle. So we got a little set going here. Got the Charmander and the Squirtle. It's not bad. All right. Next up. Nice. Always love Starmie. Sweet. Gem Mint 10 Starmie. It's like out in the ocean, you know, off kind of to the side. It's got the big pearl in the middle. Sweet. Gem Mint 10 Starmie. I'll take it. So look, piles are even. Next up, ooh, Gem Mint 10 Item Finder. That's a rare. Sweet. Oh, man, I got to be careful with these. Oh, man, I don't know what's getting into me today. And, ooh, PSA 8 Alakazam. I don't know how many 8s this is of Legendary Collection, but I think it's quite a few. It's all good. We'll put this one in the 8s pile. Next up, PSA 8 Dark Blastoise. And I knew this one has at the top stuff, so I think I figured that would get an 8. But, you know, an 8 Dark Blastoise, you know, I mean, I think it's worth it. So a lot of these cards just are in poor condition these days. So an 8's still not a bad grade for at least that card. Just 110. Ooh, PSA 8 Dark Vaporeon. Man, these Legendary Collection cards are brutal. Ooh, PSA 8 Gyarados. This is brutal. Oh my gosh. Nice. We got a 9. Hey, got a 9 Muck. Muck's the card that I have like 4 or 5 9s of. And I have like, I think 8 of the Alakazam. Legendary collection. Or like 4, 5, 8s. It's weird how the same cards get 9s, same cards get 10s. And ooh, PSA 8 Alakazam. This is base set unlimited. This is a rough submission. This is pretty rough. Or returns. PSA 9 Poliwrath. Like this is pretty brutal. Ooh, this is the Error Pincer. I got an 8, so I'll set that one off to the side over here. That's actually a good grade. And just in case to remind you guys, I guess it has a little scratch error right here. Pretty hard card to find. I figured that this would get an 8 or a 9. Kind of hoping for the 9, but you never know. But error cards, I'll take any sort of grade in error card just because error cards are kind of tough to find. Oh, we got one more. And what's it going to be? PSA 8 Jolteon. It's okay. I love Jolteon. Some cards I'll just collect no matter what. Right. Nothing else in that box. PSA Returns. Number 9 continues. Next up. PSA 9 Haunter. It's all good. Shadowless. Next up. PSA 9 Jinx. Second 9 right there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And PSA 10 Poliwhirl. Nice. We got an uncommon 10. Look at that. Shadowless stack just growing. Might have to build some Shadowless sets here. We'll see. I think this has a 9. Ooh, PSA 9 Seal. That's cool. Another uncommon card. Going in the 10 pile. Pretty awesome. And PSA 9 Charmander. That's okay. I think we have a bunch of these Charmanders coming. And PSA 9 Charmander. And PSA 8. Why did you get an 8? Because pretty off-center. That off-center is pretty rough. It's like if it's this off-center, I'd almost rather it be just a little bit more than you get the OC. But that's okay. We'll just leave it in the 9 stack. And Imposter Professor Oak gets a 9. That's okay. Shadowless. Ooh, Lass gets a 9. It's another rare trainer. There's so many rare trainers in base set, it's ridiculous. Articuno Legendary Collection gets an 8. Man, Legendary Collection is brutal. I really probably should just stop collecting this set. PSA 8 Dark Dragonite. All right, this is getting kind of just... This is getting pretty ugly. PSA 9 Flareon. Again, the same cards get 9s. Okay, so of all these cards you guys see, these are the only 10s. It's okay. Ooh, that's rough. PSA 6 Hitmonlee Legendary Collection. And, ooh, PSA 9 Ninetales. So again, Ninetales, I like the 9 and the Ninetales just because I feel like this has been harder for the reverse holo at least. So it kind of makes the regular holo seem hard to get to. But it's okay though. Next up, PSA 8 Charizard. So that's all right. I'll take a Charizard any day. I mean, this is still probably a $50 or $60 card at least. You know, pretty good card. Anything less than 8, you're starting to get into kind of the losing money territory. These Charizards, what they cost to grade and what they cost to buy. But an 8 or a 9, if you can get it off a loose card, you know, that's money, especially a 10. But I've never gotten a 10 Charizard from just like kind of like a common grade like this from base set. They just been hard to grade. I think the grader's like, oh, Charizard, let's not give it a 10. And a PSA 8 Darkrai. I'm sorry, just regular Raichu. It's got the base set. The regular base set. Wigglytuff, PSA 8. It's a jungle card. Oh, that's a no symbol card. Cool. So it's no symbol right here. Sweet. And next up, PSA 8 Scyther from Jungle. So this is a pretty brutal submission. So those of you looking to grade that kind of watched my how to grade video and trying to think about grading in general, this can happen. So again, it's not like I thought every one of these cards was going to get an 8. So if I thought they were going to get 8s, I probably wouldn't have sent them in. I thought they had a shot at 9s. Probably this whole 8 stack, I probably thought they had a shot at 9s. And these 9s, I probably thought they had a shot at 10s. So I sent them, but you know, I mean, this is pretty rough submission right here. So next up, 10. See? 9. It happens. Next up, 10. There we go. Nidorino. Very nice. See? I like that. Next up, 10. War Turtle. There we go. Very nice. And does this have a little thing on it? Let's look at the bottom of this card. I think there's something down here. Look at this print. It's like there's a gap in the printing at the bottom. See right above Wizards? I wonder if that's an error. All right, I might bring that up on like one of the forums and just to kind of see if that's an error, because it looks like there's something over here too on this side. Have not seen that before. Maybe it's a piece of dust in there. It's hard to see. But at the same time, I'll take it any day. PSA 10. Next up, PSA 9 Porygon. It's all good. PSA 10 Charmander. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. PSA 9 Charmander. Again, I'm starting to lose track of how many of these we have. PSA 9 Squirtle. It's not too bad. Not too shabby. PSA 9 Item Finder. Again, that's a rare Shadowless card. These rare Shadowless cards are pretty tough to find. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. PSA 7 Charizard. So like I mentioned earlier, this is like that losing money territory. So that's kind of rough. It's all good. And PSA 8 Legendary Collection Charizard. As I like to do in every video, you know, put a Charizard Legendary Collection next to each other. So at least you can see the differences between them. Look a little different. Still pretty neat though. PSA 8 Legendary Collection Charizard. It's okay. Next up, PSA 8 Dark Raichu Legendary Collection. So I think I should just start shooting for 8s because 9s are few and far between, and we haven't got a 10 in the last 3 or 4 Legendary Collection submissions. PSA 8 Gengar. All right. Whatever. Next up, PSA 8 Jolteon. All right, whatever. PSA 8 Zapdos. It's like I'm not even, you know, I haven't seen these grades. I have no idea what's coming up next, but just trying to be consistent here. PSA 8 Nidoking. Just regular, you know, base set, limited Nidoking. All right. PSA 9 Venusaur. All right. Put that in the 9 stack. PSA 8 Clefable. Just kind of speeding through this because, you know, just a little frustrating, but it's okay. Hitmonlee, PSA 8. So let's just go on a recap right here. 9s, 9s, 8s, 10s. We got 3 boxes left. This box is super light. There's like nothing in there. So pretty much rounding things out. Not a whole lot left. And overall, pretty rough submission so far. Might be my worst submission I've ever had. Because these are all pack fresh cards. You know, you expect most of these to get 10s just because they're pack fresh. And I did evaluate them before I sent them off, so I thought these were the good ones, but I guess not. I mean, 9's still a good grade, but, you know, you think pack fresh, at least the Shadowless base set, you know, you think they'd do a little bit better. Next up, PSA 8 for Alligator from Neo Genesis. It's unlimited. The 8 stack keeps growing. PSA 9 Unknown. Not too bad. Next up, PSA 9 Jumpluff from Neo Revelation. Next up, PSA 9 Dark for Alligator from Neo Destiny. Not bad. And Ninetales from Expedition. Oh, I think we have the we have all the Aquapolis cards to go. So let's just take a quick pause. We have not gotten one holo PSA 10. These are all non-holos, which are much, much easier to get a 10. All of these are 9s or less. So before we start the Aquapolis set, which should do pretty well, but you know the graders are graders, so it could grade kind of tough. I think the Aquapolis cards should be the start of this. Nice, Gem Mint 10. Nice, nice. Arcanine, slide over. Here we go. Let's crank out these 10s. And this is probably, I think, my third or fourth 10 of this card. I'm just super, super lucky with grading it. Very, very fortunate. PSA 9, Blossom. And PSA 9, Inte. Very nice. Had someone ask me about this, so I'll probably let you know, dude, if you want it. Not bad at all. PSA 9, Houndoom. So at least these are the 9s and 10s. That's okay. PSA 9, Kingdra. PSA 9, Muck. And it's a little frustrating that I got the grader I did because these cards are pretty good looking. PSA 10, Scizor. Nice. So we can grow that 10 hollow stack. Come on, keep growing, baby. Nice, Sudowoodo. Excuse me, PSA 10. It's like my third 10 of that I've gotten. I think I've either have one in my personal collection, the other one I sold, so that's the only 10 I have available. Nice, nice, nice. PSA 10. Very, very nice. This is a tough card for me to get for a long time. I actually paid a pretty penny for it for my personal collection. And nice, PSA 10 Steelix. Nice. We're getting these Aquapolis cards on a row. Look at that. Stacks even. Stacks even. Keep coming, baby. Ooh, PSA 9, Tentacruel. I think this has a pop of 1 right now, and I think I've got the only card that's gotten a 10. It's a very, very hard card to grade. Again, I think it's a pretty beautiful card, just because you look at the Tentacruel, it's like out in the water, just kind of lurking, checking it out. But it's a beautiful card in person. In this camera, you can kind of see everything, but in person, it looks a lot darker. It's really hard to actually see all of the colors and stuff. PSA 9, Tyranitar. I actually thought this was going to get a 10. This one looked really, really good. And I think we got Ancient Mew here. Gem Mint 10, very nice. So I'm not too familiar with like the different errors of this card. So I'm just going to let you guys kind of look at the bottom here. And I don't know if that's an error. I mean, it looks pretty similar. I know there was one that was like Nintendo or whatever you say it. It's like missing a letter. But I think this might be the more common version of it. But if anyone knows that that's an error, just let me know. Again, I'm having a hard time figuring out the differences between the 3 different Ancient Mews. So we'll put that in the 10 pile. Sweet. So, box 5, you're good to me. Box 6, please be good. Don't be mean. Be good. Here we go. And Gem Mint 10. Ooh, PSA 8. Dark Dragonite, first edition. They go in the 8 pile. PSA 8. Wobbuffet, Unlimited. PSA 9. Neo Destiny, Light Azumarill. Ooh, man. Just a rough day here. PSA 9, Dark Ampharos. This is good grade. PSA 9 Neo Destiny. Most PSA 9 Neo Destinies, I mean, they are graded pretty rough, so not a bad grade. Nice, Crystal Kingdra. This makes up some ground. This might put me back in the positive here. That's a nice pickup. The difference between this card and a 10 and a 9 is probably like $50 or so. That's a nice pickup. Sweet. And Ariados, PSA 9. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Blissey, PSA 9. It's all good. Still a beautiful card, beautiful grade. Espeon. Ooh, I think I looked at this one like 3 or 4 times and like pretty much thought it was 10 worthy. I mean, there's a little nick up here, but that could have been the grader just trying to get out of the pack. I don't know. But, all right. It's definitely a 9 now because it's not, perfect. All right, PSA 9, Hypno. Again, probably one of my favorite artworks for Hypno. Just kind of a beautiful little setup here. Next up, PSA 9, Lantern. PSA 9, Ninetales. I think we had the Expedition Ninetales over here too. Let's see if I can pull that out. So you see two different nine tails. Expedition, Aquapolis. Aquapolis looks a lot better. Alright, leave that over there. Put those stacks back. Alright, next up, PSA 9, Slow King. And PSA 9, Suicune. Very, very nice. PSA 9, Umbreon. Ooh. This, I was pretty sure this had the 10. I mean, this looks like a 10 to me. The centering is perfect. No scratches at all. Pretty much anywhere. The only thing I can see is there's a little factory nick in the bottom left over here. But that's like a factory nick. And, well, you know, you can't really help a factory nick. Sometimes it's just the way they come out. PSA 9 Vileplume. I'm going to guess it's a PSA... Oh, PSA 10 Jumpluff. There we go. Proved me wrong. All right, so we got a PSA 10 Jumpluff from Aquapolis. And Gem Mint 10 Magneton. Very, very nice. So we're turning it back around again. Look, the stacks are growing. It's growing. Maybe one more. Ooh, not quite. PSA 9 Octillery. It's all good. I think this last box... Ooh, there's actually a decent bit of cards in here. Alright, we'll set that down. Alright, there's not really anything in that box. Again, no cuts, no edits, just straight through. And PSA 9 Ditto. I got the 9 stack and limited fossil Ditto. PSA 9 Delibird. Neo Revelation. It's not bad. Maybe 110, maybe 110. PSA 9 Dark Dawn Fan. It's okay. I think I got the 10 in this. I bought it from a guy, maybe in Australia for the 10. But I think my Neo Destiny Unlimited set's like 2 cards off right now. So pretty close. It's just really hard to find those cards that I need. And Tao, Shining Tyranitar. You got the 9. I thought you were a 10 for sure, man. I thought you were a 10. Yeah, this looks like a 10. No, it's got a little nick at the top. See, I think that's why I'm going to start doing the stickies on my cards at the very top for when the grader takes the cards out. Because that is definitely something from the grader. So everyone, if you get anything out of this video, get this one comment right here. That probably came from the grader trying to take my card out. That's why it probably got a 9. And the grader probably knew that's what happened. So I think I'm going to start putting stickies on the backs of all my cards to take them out to make it easier. Because a grader probably put his fat fingers back there and messed up the card. And now it's got a 9. Because how else would this happen? You know, if the corners are perfect, like there's so many signs that would show wear, except for someone putting their thumb in, pulling it out right there. So that's something to think about. All right, next up, Nidoking, Crystal Nidoking got a 9. Not bad. Not bad for a crystal card. PSA 9, Azumarill. Electrode, PSA 9. Let me guess the last card is an Executor PSA 9 because I kind of cheated. Oh, it's a Gem Mint 10. I just saw the name, Executor. I was pulling it out of that box kind of behind the camera. I didn't see the grade, but I just figured, hey, it was a 9. So very nice. You got a Gem Mint 10 to wrap things up. Not bad, not bad. So overall, I don't know if you guys can see. I'll take this card over here. So these are the 10s of all this. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 20 10s. We got all of these in 9s, a good bulk of them. And then all of these are 8s and lower. So you can pretty much say this whole stack on the right, I lost pretty much all my money, if not more, on these. And these 9s, I'd be lucky to break even on a lot of them. You know, like this Electrode might go for between maybe $22 on a bad day, maybe as high as 30 or so on a good day. And that's just me breaking even on it from the amount of money I paid for the set, the grading costs, shipping to you, all that stuff. And so these are pretty much like the break evens. And these, I mean, I'm gonna keep, you know, the Shadowless cards probably. I'll probably keep the Ancient Mew just because I don't think I have one. And these Aquapolis cards I might sell just because I got duplicates of. But you know, overall, this was a pretty rough submission. Definitely lost some money on it. So, you know, they're not all the best. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care.